Hi everyone, this is Eileen from Eileen Stuffs, and today we are going to be working my budget for February 16th through the 28th. So I did get paid today. There's really not much to say, so I'm just going to jump right into this. And I did make some notes here. So today is the 15th of February, and I did get my paycheck. Again, it was like another not really the best paycheck, really on the low end for me, but we're just gonna deal. So my paycheck was $1,521.25. We got to take out some estimated taxes. So I think I'm going to take out $300 for estimated taxes. That gives us, our paycheck was $1,521.25, and I'm going to take out $300 for taxes. So that leaves me with $1,221.25, plus I have rollover in the bank. So I have $457.43 in the bank. That gives us a total of $1,678.68. That is what we are working with today. Okay, so the big bills we have to pay are the phone and the internet. So our phone is $124.78, which brings us down to $1,553.90. And then we have our internet bill, which is $48. So that brings me down to $1,505.90. And in case you didn't see my last video, I did explain that I'm budgeting a little different now. I'll link my budget plan video for February 1st, but I explained that what I'm doing now is I am having my ex just write me one check at the beginning of the month to cover all of his bills because he is still living in the house. And then I am just deducting the totals, which is why I have like bigger numbers. So I do kind of put in parentheses, and I'll zoom in if I haven't already. I put my half so I know what I'm paying, but I'm just taking everything and paying the total, which is why these numbers are bigger than they have been in the past. It was just the easiest way I could think of to kind of manage the changes that are occurring financially with the divorce. This seems to be working okay. We pay those bills. We're down to $1,505.90. And I did, also with that budgeting video, I made a big mess. So therefore, I had to move to the back to work on this budget. So these are the monthly bills, other monthly bills I have. We are down to $1,505.90. Now I'm going to go through, again, the middle of the month is when I pay most of my credit cards. I'll also link my debt confessions video. I did do that on Sunday. I'm so glad I did it. It was a little shocking at the time, and it was slightly overwhelming, but I feel a lot better now. I like knowing what is actually happening. I will be filming part 2 to that video. It should come out in the beginning of March. But now I'm going to start snowballing and just getting this down, but I haven't done it yet. So for this month, we're just going to stick to minimum payments again. And then I would like in March to start the snowball. So that's the plan there, but I'll go more through that when I do that video. So we're looking at only minimum payments today. So our first one is a credit card. So one that's 30. I have one that's 78. That brings me down to 1,309. Whoops. See, I knew I grabbed whiteout. Something told me to grab whiteout, and I've already made a mistake. But is this whiteout like not working, or what's happening? Okay. Okay. And then we have another card, which brings us down to $1,332.90. My big credit card, which I talked a little about in my debt confessions video, that one's $198. I'm so over all these credit card bills taking my money. I am pretty much determined to get rid of them if it's the last thing I do. Like, even if I have to take a part-time job to get some extra cash, I'm prepared to do that at this point just to get this just done and over with so I can move on with my life. Okay, so those are, after I pay all the credit cards, it brings me down to $1,124.65. That $32 is for my follow-up visit, which I've talked about before. And then I have my hospital bill, which is $186.20. So that brings me down to $906.45. Then I have some of those monthly easy pay things coming out, which I also want to get rid of those because I'm kind of sick of them. Okay, so that leaves me with $808.06, which, okay, I'm actually okay with that because it's more than I thought I was going to have. Hey, I don't see anything off. I'm just surprised I have so much left over, but I guess it's a good thing. I thought I would have less left over. It's kind of a tongue twister because my paycheck was so low, but I guess because I still had a good chunk of money in the bank. So now I have to take out some money for the lawyer, and I did get my first lawyer bill. He emailed it to me yesterday, and it's already like $827, which I thought I was going to have to pay, but they actually said no payment was due at this time, and they just took the money from my retainer. So I guess they don't want me to pay every month. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she feels bad for me. Whatever it is, I got the bill, but I don't owe anything, but I'm still going to take a chunk out and put it in my savings. I just want to save money for the lawyer just in case. And the thing is, when all this is said and done and the divorce is over, if I end up with money in my savings for a lawyer that I didn't use, then that'll just be money that I can take out and stuff. So either way, it's going to be worth tossing to the side. I'm feeling like I should take out maybe $150 and throw it in my online savings for the lawyer, which brings me down to $658.06, which, okay. I think I'm about to double check this because for some reason I just thought I'd have a lot less, and I'm pleasantly surprised. But I'm gonna fast forward through this part, but I'm gonna double check these numbers real quick. Okay, so I just found the error, and I actually skipped over this $25 payment, and so that's why, which is not a big deal. And I think I'm just gonna white this out and start it again. It looks like a mess, a hot mess, so sorry. But I knew I would need the whiteout, and this basically proves why. Okay, so $1,505.90. Let's go ahead and minus out the credit cards. Okay, yeah, so $754.06, and then we're going to take out $150, and I'm just gonna throw that in my online savings. That's gonna be for the lawyer. So that leaves us with $604.06. Wow. I mean, I'm still impressed paying all the bills and throwing money for the lawyer and paying taxes, and I still have about $600 left over. I definitely want to take more money out than usual because I have stuff I definitely need to buy this time for the house. So I need to leave more money for that. Also, we need to take out gas. So I'm learning that $20 for gas each pay period is working perfect for me. My work is like 3 or 4 miles down the road from my house. Maybe it's like 4-ish. It's really close. So I'm on a daily basis, I'm not using that much gas if I just go from like home to work. And $20 seems to be cutting it for me. I do leave that on my debit card, so I can just use my debit card at the gas station. So that brings me down to $584.06. Okay, so now we have to figure out, what do we want to leave in the bank? What do we want to stuff? The other thing is, because it's like a shorter month, I don't really have as many days, right? So we have the 16th through the 28th. So that's only 12 days. So I think the big one here is food. I'm going to leave, I want to say $300 in the bank. Nothing surprising should be coming out. And I actually have to unstuff a couple envelopes to pay myself back. So that actually answers the question. That I'll just leave $300 in the bank. Wow, this is actually going to be one of the biggest stuffings that I've had to date today, which is kind of exciting because they've been kind of low. But so today we have $284.06 to stuff. Awesome. Now we're going to go to the envelopes. I am going to fill that. I'll fill this page out real quick and then I will come right back. Okay, I am back. I have everything written out and we are starting. Oh, I always do that with the change. So let me just say 06 and then balance it out. So I'm gonna minus that before that messes me up. We are stuffing $284 today, which I am literally in disbelief because I've been stuffing such little amounts. Whatever happened I wonder if this is just the difference of doing this, and this is something I talked about in other videos, that when there would be money in the bank, I wouldn't account for it and I would just kind of spend. And I think now that I'm doing this, it's leaving like more money in the bank. So even though like my paycheck wasn't that great this time, I still end up with like a chunk of money that's extra to stuff. So it's pretty cool. I'm second guessing my calculations, but I've done them 3 times, so I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm blown away that I have this much money to stuff this period. It looks good to me. I mean, those look good. Took out gas, leave in bank. All right, so groceries. Let's see, how much do I want to leave? I think I'm gonna leave, I think I'll just do 100, because if I don't need it, I mean, that's like less than $10 a day. But if I don't need it, then I'll have it to roll over. So that brings us to 184. Okay, household. I definitely need household stuff this time, like laundry detergent, tissues, and there was something else, but I'm forgetting. I'm going to take out 30. That should be enough for household, so I can get that stuff I need, which brings me down to 154. I am going to take out 15 for eating out, just in case I want to eat out. So that brings me down to 139. Oh, and OT, I need to buy a plant light and a lamp for this garden thing I'm doing. Let's take out 30. That brings me down to 109. I already got gas out. Nothing for car. Nothing for beauty. Wow, all this money's going to my wallet now. I think I'll leave out 10 for miscellaneous just in case. So that brings me down to 99. I won't, and that'll kind of be my miscellaneous / whoops. Nothing for clothing, nothing for YouTube, nothing for shopping. That's kind of covered with these two. All right, so now we have $99 for our sinking funds. I did say this in my last video, which again, I'll link below, but the debt, the emergency fund, my savings folder, my rollover, which never has any money, but maybe it will this time if I roll any of that over, my secret stash, and my whoops are now becoming my top priority sinking funds, because if I run out of money to pay for the lawyer and the money I'm saving in the bank, I am going to pull from these sinking funds. This is kind of like my backup plan. And then my backup plan would be having to ask my mom for more money, but I'm really trying to avoid that. So I'm going to make these starred, other than rollover, these 5-star sinking funds are going to be the priority. So they're going to get a little more, and we're down to 99. What if I do 10 each? What does that leave me with? So if I do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that leaves me with 50. I'm kind of second guessing how much I'm leaving myself in my wallet. So that I'm putting 185 in my wallet. Okay, we're gonna redo this. Honestly, do I need 100 for groceries for 12 days? No. I'm going to knock that down to 75. That brings us down to 209. All right, so let's think. Do I realistically need 30 for household? I think, just in case. Okay, so that brings me down to 179. And then eating out. Okay, why am I giving myself $15 for eating out and $10 for miscellaneous? I don't even have any plans. I guess I'll just keep it. So I can't really think right now. Yeah, and I definitely need to buy that lamp, so I want to keep that money for sure. Okay. And then the 10 is just like a rollover. I'm actually wondering if I need it though. So I think I'm going to ditch this and just keep it 134. Okay, so now we have 134 to stuff, and then, so I'm going to put 10 in debt. I'm just going to put 5 in rent and utilities, because again, this is like a backup, and I haven't had any problems. Wait. Really like saving for a rainy day kind of thing, so I'll just do 5. Medical. I am debating whether I should unstuff my medical to pay me back for the medicine I bought. I think I'm going to do that, so I'm going to write unstuff to pay myself back. My emergency fund is going to get 10. So that brings me down to 109. My savings is going to get 10. I'm just going to, again, buff those up just in case I need them to pay for the lawyer. Student loans, I'll give you 5 this time. Those are on deferment until May. Ooh, retirement. I think I'll do 5 this time. April will be the first time I unstuff my retirement and put it in my Roth IRA. So I want to beef it up a little for sure. Invest. Seriously, I have nothing. I want to like invest, but I don't know how to invest. And I want to invest in something other than just like a retirement fund. It's not like a priority right now, so I'm just going to give it 3. And then home, so buying a home, I'm going to give it 7 today. And that 3 and 7 just equals another 10, which is kind of how I came up with that number. So we have like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then 5. So that brings me down to 79. I might actually try to stuff some of these envelopes that never get stuffed, but just a little bit. So I think beauty, I'll go ahead and throw in 2. I mean, why not? Same thing with clothing. I think I'll just throw in 2. Shopping, we'll get 2. Try to get those something. Okay, Riley, I am unstuffing this time to pay myself back. And Sadie, I am unstuffing because I bought their Valentine's presents. So I want to pay myself back for their Valentine's presents. And then Riley's pay myself whatever Riley has for her medicine I just bought. Tarot, I'll give 2 this time. YouTube, I'll also give 2. Giving, I'm going to give 4. Okay, rollover doesn't get stuffed. So I'll go ahead and throw 2 into gifts. Wait, I did that again. What did I say? Okay, so gifts is going to get 2, so that's 63. Christmas isn't really a priority right now, so I'm just going to skip that this time. Okay, my car, I think I'll go ahead and stuff 5. OT, I have to renew part of my credentials. And that due date's coming up, so I'm going to give it 4. Which brings me down to 54. House wants, I'll just go ahead and throw 2 this time, just to give it something. I am about to travel. However, I did like something good came up. I was able to earn extra money, which is basically going to pay for my drive out to Florida and my drive back, which is awesome. So that's actually kind of taken care of already. I'm still debating if I'm going to stay in a hotel or not. And then I'm also, just little things, bad gas station coffee and stuff I might want. So I'm going to try to beef this up a little, but the gas is taken care of. Just throw in 2 for today. Okay, family, I'm going to give 4 to this time. Okay, secret stash, I'm going to give 5. Whoops, I'm going to give 5. And I'm purposely leaving this extra money because I really want to start stuffing some of the bigger envelopes. So then I have 36 left over for my challenges. And when I do my cash stuffing, I'll figure out how I'm going to divvy that up. But I mean, that is about 18 for each challenge. So that'll be nice. I'll definitely be able to stuff 2 envelopes this time, which is kind of my goal, is 2 envelopes a paycheck in order to have that envelope challenge done by the end of the year, because all that money is going to my credit. All right, that looks good. So now what I have to do is make my denominations. I'm going to create that sheet real quick and then I will come back. Okay, I am back, and 27 envelopes today. That's pretty cool. So now we're gonna go through and figure out the denominations that we need. Okay, so starting with groceries, 75. So 50, 60, 70, and a 5. Household is 30, so I'm going to do 20, 30. Eating out is 15, so I'll do a 10 and a 5. OT is 30, so I'll also do a 20 and a 10. Then my debt is 10. Rent and utilities is 5. Emergency fund is 10. My savings is 10. Student loan 5. Retire is a 5. Invest is a 3. Home is a 7, so 5, 6, 7. Okay, beauty is a 2. 1. Clothing is a 2. Shopping is 2. Tarot is 2. YouTube is 2. Giving is 4. Gifts is 2. Car is a 5. OT is a 4. House wants is 2. Travel is 2. Family is 4. Secret stash is a 5. Whoops is a 5, and then challenges is getting 36. I think this time I'll do a 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, then 6. So let me just make sure that's right. So 10, 20, 30, 6. Okay. Now I'm going to add everything up and hope that it equals our total, which is $284. So we have 1 5, 3 20s, 7 10s, 13 5s, and 5 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 39 ones. Okay, let's hope this adds up to the number that we need. So we have 39 ones. Okay, so 13 times 5, 13 times 5 is 65 plus 39. That's 104. 70 for 10s, plus 60, plus 50. And we get 284. Awesome. All right, so now we just have to make our little card real quick, and I am ready to take this to the bank. Okay, so we are getting 39 ones, 13 5s, 7 10s, 3 20s, and 150. And again, this should equal $284. I will just gonna do it again just in case. Okay, we're good. Okay, and I will take this out so I can bring it to the bank tomorrow. And on our next video, we will stuff my envelopes and unstuff the ones so I can bring that to the bank to pay myself back. But that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching. If you really like watching budgeting, and March is going to be kind of fun, I think, because I'll get to do some travel budgeting vlogs, which is something I haven't done yet. But I'm definitely going to make a pretty strict budget for my traveling, the actual travel, and then the time I spend in Florida. I kind of have an idea of how I'm going to do that, but that'll start taking shape more. I have 2 more paychecks coming to me before I leave for my trip. So those 2 paychecks will be where I start focusing on the trip and my budget and what it's going to look like. But it might be fun to like take you on the road a little and show you what I'm doing. But for now, we have 284. We will stuff this next time. I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate your support, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.